I hate when guys that are really, really deplorable human beings get to just stay in power because they can't be challenged. There's no board to vote them out. There's just a bunch of spineless owners that don't want to step on toes because they don't want him to investigate them. So I hate this part of especially sports ownership, is that you just got a lot of deplorable guys that, Jerry Jones, that won't ever be ousted because nobody wants to deal with that fight. But Dan Snyder is that's a guy that's in a zip code to himself. I mean, he's swapping photos, allegedly, of his own cheerleaders in compromising situations. Perv, pig, gross. He is kind of openly disregarding any ethnic sensitivities around the name of his franchise. I don't care. I'm not changing. You can't make me change. Misogyny, racism, also, cooking the books. I mean, he's done it all. He's the bingo card of bad people, bad owners, just bad people, bullying people, screaming at people, belittling people, digging up dirt on people. I mean, he's just the worst of the worst. So it would be great. It would really be great if the fact that the Snyders are looking at Bank of America securities to explore potential transactions means he finally wants to get out. And I'm going to give you a good case scenario and a bad case scenario, because ultimately I'm a little cynical about all of this. Best case scenario is that he senses the votes are lining up against him in NFL ownership. That what Jim Irsay said the other day is indicative of a growing sentiment within the owners that we will vote you out. That you've crossed the line too many times, that finally it is time to vote you out. They need 24 or 32 owners to vote yes. And that Irsay would probably not say what he said unless he felt he had other voices behind him to support him. So that Snyder senses the votes are being counted against me. They're going to vote me out anyway, so let me sell. Or had a conversation with Goodell or Jerry or whoever that said, hey, you want to save face? Sell before you get voted out, so that it looks like you got to control your fate. So that's best case scenario. He feels the cavalry's coming, and he wants to sell before they vote him out. That would be amazing. The cynical side of me says that Dan Snyder is doing this as a rope-a-dope, because they're going to explore potential transactions involved with the team. That could mean they're looking for minority owners. It could also mean he, quote, explores potential transactions until the heat is off, and then he drops it and doesn't sell the team. Because everything we've been told is that Dan Snyder has said, you'll never make me sell this team. I'll never sell this team. This team is in my family's name forever. That Snyder grew up as a fan of the team, and it's his way into the cool kids club, and he ain't ever selling it. So we've been led to believe he's not going down without a fight, and then suddenly he is. That this might be his sleight of hand. And remember, the sleight of hand is used by owners, and this owner specifically, to make it seem like something's getting done when nothing's actually getting done. Remember, it was, now Washington has the land to move out of FedEx Field. They're going to get a new stadium done. This was months ago. And yet we find out there's no deal done. There's no stadium getting built. And that was that Snyder had purchased the option to purchase the land. That there was a lever he could purchase to purchase the land if he got the green light to build the stadium that he still needs cleared by local governments, municipalities, and getting money for. So this could be one of those things that you send it up in lights. Washington football team purchases land for new stadium. It's getting done. Dan Snyder explores sale, hires Bank of America to sell team. Oh, and in reality, it's just for the headline to make it look like something's happening when nothing actually is happening. That is worst case scenario. And that's unfortunately where I fall. I just don't see Snyder letting this go without a fight. Now, he'd make a ton of money. He'd make $6 billion on this. That they're a top 10 most valuable franchise of the NFL. All he does is create enemies. He's got multiple investigations. Congress is looking into him as well. And so why not take $6 billion right off into the sunset? But he's an arrogant, stubborn egomaniac. So you can't really suggest that he's going to take the sane way out.